What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Daddy. What's going on there, man? What's up with y'all? How are y'all doing today? We are back again. Of course, I heard this rumor, so we had to make a video about it. We're talking about Colin Sexton. Look at this nice little graphic Clutch Points got, by the way. I see Kevin Knox, I see Obi Toppin, I see Quickly, Mitchell Ryder. Oh, what's going on here, man? So, by now, if you haven't heard, the Knicks seem to be the most aggressive in trying to maybe trade for Colin Sexton. And before I get into that scenario, I'm just going to be honest and tell you that if it's a guard the Knicks want, you might as well draft him, especially in this draft. I don't see the reason to give up, a first-round pick, Obi Toppin, and Kevin Knox, even though Kevin Knox I can understand. And even Obi Toppin, I can understand it a little bit to get Sexton, because that wouldn't be a bad deal. It wouldn't be a bad deal, guys. It wouldn't be a bad deal. The more I talk about it, oh, it's not a bad deal. I came out here and made a video about how I don't want Colin Sexton, but I'm not going to lie to you. That's not a bad deal, to tell you the truth, to get a guard like Colin Sexton. Damn, I should change the title of my video. I should change the title of my video, because the truth is that, if you look at what we would give up for Colin Sexton, I think that, you can't be surprised that Obi is in the mix. He has talent, but it's hard for us to see where Obi fits in, even though he's been playing very well in the playoffs, especially late in the season. Kevin Knox is done, you know what I'm saying? And the first-round pick is always going to be mentioned somewhere along the line. And, first-round picks are the most valuable picks that you can have in the NBA. That being said, you got guys like, Trey Mann, you know what I'm saying? And we got guys available that I think that could be very helpful for us, draft-wise. But if you're talking about, like, real NBA-level talent, of course Colin Sexton is going to be in the mix. But my point is that you got to understand what we're trying to build here. You know what I mean? I do think that the Colin Sexton trade wouldn't be a bad trade, but I think that if you looked at this year's draft class, and I'm going to pull up my video list because I got plenty more videos for you guys on the way. I already made one for Jalen Brunson, who I like a lot. I like Trey Mann and I like Jalen Brunson. I really like Jalen Brunson a lot. And Jalen Brunson is not even a free agent, but I'm talking point guards. Why am I saying free agent? He is going to potentially be traded for, but I was talking about draft picks. I know Trey Mann to me looks like a steal of the draft, but I think when it comes to point guard, the New York Knicks has so many options. And that just reminded me, because I almost got distracted from that point because I was looking at the graphic of Colin Sexton, and I was like, wow, that's actually a pretty good deal. Like, every point guard for the Knicks, this was my original point. Let me just make my original point, and I'll go back to what I was going to say about Brunson. Every point guard that's somewhat available for the Knicks is going to be available somehow, either through free agency, draft, or whatever other scenario. It's another day, another point guard for the Knicks, and that was my original point. Another day, another point guard, you know what I'm saying? So, what can you do? It's easy for me to tell you that I think you should draft for one. But, knowing Tom Thibodeau, I also know that he's probably not too happy to go young again this year. We already got Quickly. Quickly is staying. Obi, I don't know. And that's another thought. If we're willing to move Obi this quickly, Obi might be in trouble. He might be in trouble. He's a very valuable trade asset, I would say. Based on his skill set, you don't know what he's going to be yet. And we always did say on a different team that Obi Toppin will probably play a lot better. And let me just read the article a little bit, and then I'll go back to Jalen Brunson. Why I think Brunson, right now he's on the Mavs, but I think that he has potential as well. New York Knicks have been identified as front runners to land Colin Sexton. Let me scroll. It makes with the emergence of Darius Garland, the Cavs decided to move Sexton to shooting guard. The 22-year-old found considerable success. He's only 22. That's another thing. He has youth but experience. That's something that Tom Thibodeau likes. And I think it would look like this, like I told you, a package that would include Obi Toppin, Kevin Knox, and one of New York's 2020 first-round draft picks appears to be an option for Sexton. You know what I'm saying? I think Tom Thibodeau is not too happy with going another year going young. Colin Sexton would be a good option. I don't think this is a bad trade. I don't think this is a bad trade. I started by saying that I didn't want this to happen, but knowing what I know about Colin Sexton, his defensive intensity and his improved passing, it's not a bad trade, guys. It's not a bad trade. I'm sorry. It's not a bad trade. It's not a bad trade. It's not a bad trade. Man, what do you guys think about this, man? I think you gotta be realistic. You gotta be realistic. And that's where Jalen Brunson comes into play, because I made a video on Brunson also. Like another guy that, solid guy. He had a good season. I think he averaged about 12 as a backup point guard. I could be wrong though. For the Mavs, he played behind Luka. You got to understand, we're looking for a solidified point guard at this point. So, what do? You're going to explore your options. You know what? I believe because of this video, this is how it's going to be. It's going to be either Sexton or Lonzo. And let me know in the comment section. Sexton or Lonzo, I think is going to end up coming to New York. Don't even. I still will make the draft analysis video. Those which are the videos that I show you potential draft picks that could be coming to the Knicks. But don't expect the Knicks to really draft a point guard. In fact, don't expect the Knicks to be that active in the draft. Book it. With this rumor and this potential pick coming up, like the way they laid out this potential trade, I can see it happening. But on that note, let your boy Donnie know what you think in the comment section, man. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy these videos. I got plenty more videos on the way. There's a point guard coming to New York soon, and I don't even think it's going to be in the draft. Now that I told you guys this before. Check out the previous videos, by the way. I told you guys this before. I don't think Tom Thibodeau in the front office is too keen on really going in for the draft right now. I think it's free agency and trade is where we're going to get our money. But yeah, man, let your boy Don know what you think in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe, enjoy these videos, and I'll see y'all next time, man. Peace. I'm out. Colin Sexton, man, that's not a bad deal. I tried to tell him it was a bad deal, and I realized it was not a bad deal, man. Peace.